Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Inside Golf. We're in Orlando at Keens Point at the Golden Bear Club. And today's show takes us actually across the pond, not literally, but to talk to some folks from Scotland and Ireland. They're here for the PGA Merchandise Show in Orlando. They come every year. We'll be going to Top Golf here in Orlando to talk to the folks from Visit Scotland and talk to also two women who hope to be playing in the Solheim Cup when it comes to Glen Eagles in Scotland this September. And then we'll come back here to the Golden Bear Club in Keens Point. It is Irish Golf Day at the Golden Bear Club. And some old friends who we see, it seems, every year at the Merchandise Show from Ireland, specifically the North and West Coast Links, will join us today. John McLaughlin, John Farron from my old favorite course, Ballyliffin, and we'll talk to Matt Adams. He's here on Irish Golf Day as well. So it's a loaded show, talking Scotland and talking Irish golf, next on Inside Golf. Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 54 courses, 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee of Philadelphia. The First Tee helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit thefirstteephiladelphia.org. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man Magazine, it's a Jersey way of life. And by Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. By the Haverford Trust Company. Quality is in our DNA. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf. Take time to thank your local PGA golf professional.
When I got back from the Gulf War, I was afraid to leave my house for 5 years. Clearview Hope and Renee Powell saved my life.
When I started Clearview Hope, I wanted to do all that I could to help our nation's women military veterans.
Renee, with golf, you have empowered all of us, and we just cannot thank you enough.
The best stories end in thanks. Share your story at ThanksPGAPro.com.
Everyone is looking for something. Consistency. Quality. Peace of mind. Found. The Haverford Trust Company.
Welcome back to Inside Golf. Yes, we're in Orlando, and if you've ever been to a Top Golf facility, you probably realize where I'm standing. I'm at Top Golf Orlando. They had an event here for Visit Scotland Golf. Scotland is going to be hosting the Solheim Cup in September at venerable Glen Eagles. And I had a chance to talk to two women who expect to be there. From the U.S., Danielle Kang. She's been there before. And from the Europe side, another woman who played 2 years ago, Madeline Sackstrom.
I think golf being such an individual sport, just playing for a team brings that extra little fire into, and for me it's just wonderful to represent something bigger than myself sometimes. Alan Grant is from Visit Scotland. In September, Alan, the Solheim Cup. Third time it's been held on Scottish soil, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're very excited. It's been a number of years since we last had Solheim Cup. It was a European win at Loch Lomond, so Europe are undefeated in Scotland, so there's no pressure there for Captain Katrina. But yeah, we're really looking forward to it. It's been a lot of work over the last couple of years, but we're 7 months away now. Lots of work going on with the golf courses and the teams, and hopefully trying to get a lot of fans across as well.
What kind of crowds do you think you'll get? What's the anticipation for that week in September?
So we're looking for over 100,000, which would be the biggest European edition of a Solheim Cup. So we're well on our way to those numbers. Obviously, Scottish golf fans are used to having major events take place in the country, so we look to kind of keep promoting the event to them and raising the profile of the Solheim Cup as a brand and a tournament to the Scottish golf fan and UK golf fan. But yeah, we're hoping to fill those fairways, make them blue, and create a bit of noise like the US managed in Des Moines last year.
I'm sure they will. And of course, Glen Eagles, the Ryder Cup team from Europe, had a big win there a few years ago, and I guess Glen Eagles now is prepared for the female version of the Ryder Cup.
You know, there's very few facilities like Glen Eagles in Scotland, if not in Scotland, in the UK. For the Solheim Cup players, they're going to have a great week on the golf course, but they're going to have a great week off the golf course as well. And to be able to roll out of bed and walk down to the first tee will be quite unique for some of them, I think.
I'm sure it will. Alan, thanks for hosting us here today in Orlando. Good luck. You got 8 months or so, but you know how that time flies, especially when you're getting ready for something like the Solheim Cup.
Thank you, and thanks for your time as well. But yeah, no, we'll keep working hard, and yeah, seven months to the first tee. For those first tee shots to be struck, but we'll be ready for everybody, and we'll put on a good event.
Danielle, you're an experienced veteran at all this Solheim Cup. 3-1 record, right? 2 years ago in Des Moines. What was that experience like?
I wouldn't consider myself a veteran, but I had an amazing time out at Des Moines, and it was such an honor to represent the country, and the way we played, the way I played out there, I had so much fun, so I can't wait to do it again. I mean, I loved being a part of my team. The USA team was so great. We had this little team lounge room. Everyone was, getting gifts for each other, and then we were all wearing the same thing. We were all matching all the time, and I don't know. Everyone was just such in a happy mood, and everyone was ready to play. And I mean, they were all just kind of like a big family. It's just the sisters. And
well, you won 2 U.S. Women Amateurs. You have won twice on tour. What was that first tee shot like, though? Still some butterflies?
Oh no, I loved it.
Did you?
Yeah, I had the crowd shout while, keep screaming while I was hitting, and I don't know, I love it. I want golf to be like that every week, but I don't know if it'll lose the magnitude of it if we did have that every week. But it was incredible. My personality is very outgoing. I'm loud. Golf doesn't really fit my personality very well. So if I have an opportunity to have something like that, I want all of it. So.
What was it like playing for Julie Inkster, and you'll be playing for her again?
I told Julie, I missed the first time she was a captain, and I said my life goal is to play for her, and I said that I think years ago. And to play for her again one more time, I mean, I'm just excited.
Yeah. Chance to win it, and a chance for you to win 2 in a row, and for the U.S. team to come away with 3. That's got to be pretty special.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just so honored to be a part of Julie's team and to represent the United States. It's an honor.
Well, hopefully you won't need that hat or the scarf they gave you earlier. The weather will be a little more, shall we say, favorable.
It's okay. You could bring whatever the weather.
Doesn't make any nothing.
We got all the gear we need, so we're okay.
Well, 2 years ago, Madeline Sagstrom was a member of the Solheim Cup team for Europe. What was that experience like?
It was literally a dream come true, and I've dreamt about that moment for all of my life. So just representing Europe was absolutely amazing. So.
One more question. How nervous were you on that first tee shot?
Normally I can be a little bit nervous. I was shaking for 9 holes.
Really?
It was bad.
It took you that long?
It took me that long.
Just settle down?
Yes. But it was this kind of same thing. Like, this is what I'm playing for, to feel this way. So
well, maybe this time by the 3rd hole you'll be calm.
That would be a preference, yes.
Madeline, congratulations and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Hi guys, I'm Danielle Kang. I hope to play on the 2019 USA team for the Solheim Cup. So stay with us on Inside Golf.
Everyone knows the 5 senses.
But what if we told you?
There's more. An elusive sensation.
Coaxed out only under ideal circumstances.
We can't fully describe it, but you'll know it.
When you feel it.
We call it the ultimate driving machine.
Take advantage of exceptional lease and finance offers today.
Welcome back. Inside Golf continues from Keens Point in Orlando. This is the Golden Bear Club. It is Irish Golf Day here at the Golden Bear Club. We caught up with a couple folks from Ireland, specifically the North and West Coast Links. They had a big year last year with the Irish Open at Ballyliffin. This year, they're getting ready for the Open Championship. It's going to be at Royal Portrush. And I caught up with our old friends, John Farron and John McLaughlin, plus Matt Adams. John, you look great.
Great to see you, Harry. Great to see you. Great to see you in this lovely Ballyliffin weather we're getting here today.
almost August weather here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
John, last year, Ballyliffin hosted the Irish Open. That was something that was on the back burner, and then it moved up to the front burner. You finally got it, and it turned out like a home run, as we say here in the States.
It was spectacular. We couldn't have dreamt it would have gone so well, Harry. The weather was, just superb. I think it was the first Irish summer in quite a few years. Everything worked out perfectly, record numbers attending, and a great winner in Russell Knox, winning in a playoff, holding a 35-foot putt from almost the identical spot he held it to get into the playoff. So a great story and a great year for the club and a great year for the north coast of Ireland in terms of putting that area on the map firmly.
I tell people when I was at Ballyliffin, I saw a picture in the lobby of a young Rory McIlroy. Couldn't have been more than, 14 years old?
Yeah, he was a young guy then. He came to Ballyliffin quite a bit as a youngster, playing in our scratch cups and, a formidable force even then. We made him an honorary life member when he was 15, so we saw what was coming.
All right, I want to go up here and watch you hit your shot into this screen, okay?
Yeah, well, that mightn't be for the camera.
We'll be the judge of that, John Farron.
Remember when he got on camera? He said everything else good until he got on camera.
That's right. I apologize. Jeez.
Ain't gonna break that much.
John never leaves it short, guys. I love that about your game. This year, not far away, Royal Portrush will host the Open Championship. A lot of excitement up in your neck of the woods, huh?
Oh, a big news story for our part of the world. First time since 1950 odd since it's been, it's back in Royal Portrush. Big year for the North Coast. A really chance to showcase the very best of the links courses that are on the North Coast, with Port Stewart in 2017, Ballyliffin 2018, and now the big one coming to Royal Portrush in 2019. It's fabulous for the whole area.
Folks, if you've never been up to the north and west coast of Ireland, you owe it to yourself. It is God's country. There's not a more beautiful tract of land than Ballyliffin. 2 championship 18-hole courses, as evidenced by the fact that the Irish Open was there, and you got golf all over the place. But one of my favorite spots, and I don't wear that flag for nothing, is Ballyliffin, because you got people like John Farron there as well.
Thank you very much, Harry, for your support, and we'd love to have you back again.
Okay, and that's not a Red Sox hat. That's Ballyliffin's logo. All right. John,
great
pleasure.
To see you again.
Hey, closest to the pin here on this par 3.
You want to have a
go? No, I'm going to watch you, though. Well, John McLaughlin, not his first appearance on Inside Golf, but John, we're out on the golf course instead of at the convention center.
Yeah.
How's things going with you?
Things are great, yeah. We're here for the convention, here for the PGA show as normal, and today is our Irish Golf Day, so we have 96 people playing today and enjoying the good old Irish weather.
Good old Irish weather. How's things up on the North and West Coast links?
Yeah, it's been great, really. We had a great Irish Open last year with Ballyliffin, really fantastic year. And that's building now for the Open Championship for Royal Portrush this year. So it's great. We're in the spotlight for the last few years, and it's building and it's growing, and it's just up to us now to make sure that we get as many of you guys over to see these great golf courses.
Of course, I saw my buddy John Farron. He's a few holes behind you. He's struggling a little bit. He blamed it on my camera. I think there's more to it than that, John. But this fella's got to be helping your team. Matt Adams.
Matt's on our team.
Fairways of Life. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing well, thank you. It's always great to be back with the cousins again.
Always. And I know you make a few appearances over there in Ireland, right?
Oh yeah. For me, it's like going home. John puts together a group for us at least once a year. And
you going to make it over to Royal Portrush?
Yeah, I'll be working from the Irish Open first at Lahinch at my home course, which I'm looking forward to, and then we have the Scottish Open, and then we'll shoot over to the Open. So it's on NBC this year with us. So we're very excited.
Yeah, I see. You were up early on morning drive. couple days last week. I mean, I worked morning radio getting up at 3 a.m. I don't know if you got up that early.
It is. Actually, that's the exact call time that we have, 3 a.m. So
it makes it for a longer day, Matt.
Yeah, but unlike you, once you're used to getting up with the cows, it doesn't really matter. It's just I'm happy that it's over early, that we can get our work done and then relax the rest of the day.
And you're doing the podcast on Fairways of Life?
Yeah, we went live around the world with Fairways of Life, 8 a.m. Monday through Friday with that, and then it's immediately on demand everywhere around the world. We wanted to do something where it was available for free so that everybody could get it no matter where they were, and it worked. So it's a nice balance between radio in the morning and then TV in the afternoon or evening. So.
And John McLaughlin, I hope, is going to be a frequent visitor.
Oh, he is. Yeah, you're on this week as well. So he's the voice of Ireland now.
I know. I saw you nestle that 40-footer down there, and then you finished up. Huh? That's your game, isn't it, John?
Yeah, short game is my game at the moment. Yeah, but we haven't played that much in Ireland, I suppose, over the winter time. The weather has been fantastic, but it's just been busy. So a lot of people booking now for next year, and even we're getting some calls for 2020. So it's nice to get out here to hit a few balls and to meet friends. And the Irish Golf Day is like a reunion, really, for people like us to get together. It's fantastic and it's great fun, and we have a few tour players playing, and it's a good mix.
Good mix, and I hope to be over there and see you this summer.
Great.
Okay, John?
Look forward to it.
And Matt as well. Good seeing you, my friend.
Pleasure to see you. Thank you.
Every time I kind of start losing my edge to compete, I say maybe it's time for me not to compete. I would look across, and that tough guy was still competing at 8 years my senior. So.
Welcome back. Inside Golf Now continues with Teed Off. We're at the beautiful Bluebell Inn here on Skippack Pike in Montgomery County. It's been here for 275 years. Do you believe that? They just had an anniversary party. And you can understand, if you've ever been to the Bluebell, why it has lasted literally through the ages. The Bluebell Inn, go to their website at bluebellinn.com. We have great company here today. We have Oscar Mestry joining us again.
Hi,
for
Harry.
Teed Off. Oscar, member of Overbrook. He is the vice president of the Golf Association of Philadelphia and a good friend of the show. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Speaking of good guests of the show, Jeff Surratt, executive director, Philadelphia section, PGA of America, has been here, done that. The whole thing is deja vu all again, all over when he's here. Good to see you, Jeff. All right. And longtime contributor, Mr. Joe Logan. He is of myphillygolf.com. Everything you want to know, amateur, pro golf, Philadelphia and beyond, Joe Logan. I'm going to start with you, Joe. Our topic is golf resolutions for the new year, 2019. Now, you've been down this road before.
I have.
Several years, decades. The list changes. Does the list change?
2 hits ago, right?
Is this like?
That's right.
It's not a repetitive list, right? I mean, some new things crop up. Give me a couple.
Well, most years it's walk more instead of riding a car. It's maybe lower my.
Not bad for a guy that's had some hip replacements, right? Okay.
This year, though, my goal is to play more courses. There was a time in my life when I wrote about golf courses for the Philadelphia Inquirer. They actually paid me to go out and play different golf courses and write about them. Well, no one pays me to do that anymore.
Nothing stays the same forever.
But I do want to go back and revisit a lot of courses that I played and wrote about years ago that I haven't been back to in 10 years. Great stuff. You know, a lot of them are sort of little daily fee courses you never heard of.
They're going to have you back, you think?
If I sneak on and, you know, what can they do?
All right, seriously, give me a couple resolutions for you.
You know, I think it's, you know, the competition side, you know, usually controls the brain, and we're trying to fight off the aging process, Harry. We're trying to
look at this guy.
Back in the gym during the winter, trying to work out, just trying to give myself a chance to remain competitive. You know, a good friend of mine who recently passed away, Ray Thompson, you know, has been a big motivator to me throughout my competitive life, because every time I kind of start losing my edge to compete, I say maybe it's time for me not to compete. I would look across, and that tough guy was still competing at 8 years my senior. So armed with that motivation, I am going to try to compete at least through through Ray's age of death, 67. So.
Okay, at least 8 more years. That'd be great. How about it, Jeff? What, for you and also for the organization that you are executive director of, what's on the horizon for 2019?
For myself, kind of what Oscar was saying, I'd like to play some more competitive golf myself. I'm not very good with the lights on. So once the lights go on, my golf game kind of goes out the window a little bit. So I'd love to get more comfortable, playing competitive golf, in that setting. But, from the association side, I made a couple of notes, mental notes to myself when we talked about this question was, I'd really like, the association and the golf industry to kind of stay the course. I mean, right now, there's more young people, more women, more people being introduced to the game now than almost there ever has been, which is fantastic for the industry and for our game, and especially for golf here in Philadelphia. So if we continue to stay the course with introducing people to the game and programs like Junior League Golf, where kids are getting introduced to golf, our Golf in Schools program, things like that, really continue to toe that line, I think golf will just get better and better. The industry itself is still correcting a little bit, from a facility standpoint, but I think as far as the game's concerned, we're really moving in a great direction, and I think if we can continue to stay the course, we'll all be better for it.
Get back to your point about, inspiration from a fellow like Ray Thompson and, trying to continue to compete you're at a high level, let's face it. But have you talked to some older guys that say, there does come a time when
Absolutely.
It won't be there?
Absolutely. But there's different motivators, right? Some people have the grandchildren, and now the grandchildren become their focus. And so there's a lot of good reasons for ceasing to compete. Not always health or physical motivators. So there's no perfect answer. But I think we all have to start with the understanding that we're blessed to be still playing this game at all, right? And then to be playing it at a high level. One of the reasons I got into golf administration was to kind of try to give back to the game through the Golf Association of Philadelphia and everything we do, along with Jeff Surratt and his association, to try to grow the game and give back to the game. So there's other ways for me to feel fulfilled in the game of golf, not only competing. Right now it's competing and administration, but there'll be other things, hopefully, and that golf will still be a big part of my life.
Right. Yeah, and I guess the point I was trying to make, Jeff, is kind of modify your expectations, accept them,
Sure.
What you're doing. And if that means taking it up another set of tees, do it.
Absolutely.
I think sometimes you have to swallow your ego, as you get older and be able to play up. We have in our section tournaments, we started a super senior division this year, so they play an up tee, they play for a separate purse. But the idea of keeping our golf professionals active longer, because it's really good for our younger golf professionals to be able to spend a day, with somebody like Donnie DeAngelis and guys like that, where they can, really spend 4.5 hours with somebody that's been doing it for 30 or 40 years. It's really good for the association, but it's also really good for our aging golf professionals. And we have a great collection of great senior golf professionals, great senior PGA members here in our section. Dave McNabb's one of them, just qualified to play in the senior PGA championship.
How about
again.
George Forster?
Oh my gosh, you talk a guy like that, he's been, he
And
looks
he's
like
not a
he's
guy
40,
that's thinking
he looks like
about-
he's 45, but
Exactly.
And he's still playing at that
Very
35
high
level.
Very
it's
high level.
Unbelievable. So we're really lucky here in our area with the professionals that we have and the association, the fraternal part of our association here. So folks are hanging around and playing a little bit longer.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, when you consider what GAP and the section do and the people involved, both in the administration and just membership, Philly's a pretty special area. And we'll be back. More of Inside Golf in just a moment. Located in Bluebell, just a short drive from Plymouth Meeting, Bluestone Country Club offers a setting that's close at hand but feels like a world away. Bluestone offers a championship caliber golf course, practice facilities including a large driving range, separate chipping and putting areas, and a staff of PGA professionals. At the Country House at Bluestone, you'll find excellent food, superb service, and an outstanding setting. Their expert staff will assist in planning your next event, whether it's a wedding or simply a lunch and dinner or cocktail party. Check out Bluestone's variety of membership options. Much more than a golf course, Bluestone is a community.
The First Tee of Greater Philadelphia, where golf is more than a game.
This season, stay up, stay out, stay wild, stay cool, and stay together, because you don't have to go far to get away. Book your stay and receive offers of up to $250 at these premier attractions.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of Inside Golf here at the Golden Bear Club in Keens Point in Orlando, Florida. Hope you enjoyed our little conversation with the people from Scotland getting ready for the Solheim Cup. Our thanks to Madeline and also to Danielle, and then our folks from Ireland as they get ready for another major championship. This one at Royal Portrush. It's the Open Championship back at Royal Portrush for the first time since the 50s. Great golf, Scotland and Ireland. And our thanks to the folks here at the Golden Bear Club for their hospitality as we visited them on this Irish Golf Day. I'm Harry Donahue. Remember, no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. See you next time here on Inside Golf.
Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 54 courses, 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee of Philadelphia. The First Tee helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit thefirstteephiladelphia.org. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man Magazine, it's a Jersey way of life. And by Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. By the Haverford Trust Company. Quality is in our DNA. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia Section PGA. Experts in the game and business of golf. Take time to thank your local PGA golf professional.